here. You've forgotten a group of people that need citizenship here. Now, what about the group of Africans, over 100 million of them, that were taken away over 400 years ago? What has happened to those descendants? Some of those descendants have returned home, but we're not welcomed as Africans. We're seen as British, American, Caribbean, South American, other people, but we are Africans. Why are we not considered in the Constitution also? My ancestors came from Africa, particularly West Africa, but we are not spoken about. We are the forgotten children of Africa. But through people like myself and others that are here, who have come home by choice, even though we were born in other places, we've come back by choice. We are building here, we are supporting Gambia, we are spending money here, we are helping to develop the country, but we are not considered as Africans. We are not considered as Gambians. I have to carry an alien's card. I'm not an alien, I'm an African. But I have to carry this card in my purse. Every year I have to go and re-register, pay 3,000 dalasis, and be proud to call myself an alien. I'm not proud to call myself an alien because I was always told by my parents that I'm African. And now that I've returned home, I have to now convince the Gambian government to consider me in the Constitution. I shouldn't have to do that. Just this week I was speaking to my dad and he says, you shouldn't have to be fighting for this because you are an African. But I said, Dad, the colonized mind is still telling the Africans that I'm something else. So it's the education that's needed to let people know that I am an African too. Now when in the 1960s we fought for independence, our founding fathers talked about uniting Africans on the continent and Africans on the diaspora. And today in 2018, going into 2019, we're still having to talk about this conversation. We shouldn't have to. Now this constitution is being rewritten and there should be an exception clause in there. An exception clause to talk about the lost children of Africa coming home through people like me and through people like my colleagues and my friends that are here. Now, I have been to the Constitution Review Commission. I have stated my case there and I'm waiting. But I'm also speaking to you as an opposition party to state our case on our behalf as well, to remind Gambians that there were lost Africans, many of them ripped away from the continent, stripped of their Africanness, their language, their names, their religion, everything, stripped away to their bare bones and given something else, not by choice but by force. And we fought to bring down that nasty trade to be free Africans. And when we come home, we're still having to fight again. We shouldn't have to. I don't want to have to fight. Not for me, not for my children, not for my children's children. Something in law should say that when we come home as the lost children of Africa, that we should be welcomed with citizenship, with a passport, with voting cards, and to be welcomed home. So please, Gambians, if you're asked to consider citizenship in the Constitution, please remember your lost ancestors that are now returning home through people like myself.
Cherno Gueye, Cherno